Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. My wife and I are coming back from Branson. It's Sunday morning, about 10:42, and we're going uphill here, so you can't quite see all the traffic, but there is a very long line in both lines coming back, and we're going, it looks like 20 miles an hour, so you'd think there was an accident, but there wasn't. There was just a lot of people going to Branson, Missouri over the weekend, and our drive is about 6.5 hours or so. And I'm sure some people go further. You see a lot of different license plates on here. So let me just quickly tell you where we went. We started off on the 4th of July, 5 o'clock show with The Gambler. I think his name is Rick McIlvain. I'm not looking at any notes here. But we left about 7 in the morning, and we got our vouchers. We checked in the hotel. Don't remember if we took a short nap or not, but then we went out for that show. Okay, we did. We needed it. Went out at 5 p.m. to see The Gambler. Very small setting, very small theater, just the one man. And his wife kind of helped run everything, introduce people, welcome them, show them their seat, run the lights and sound and stuff like that. And he talked very much about his love for her, and I'll try to show some videos if I can. It depends if YouTube lets me, because I have gotten a real strike before from showing a tribute band video, and so I wasn't real happy about that because it kind of scares you. You don't want to have your channel shut down. So that was nice. And then we went to a Pierce Arrow show. That was also a first time, just like The Gambler, Kenny Rogers. Pierce Arrow was variety group, a lot of different, styles of music. Foot stomping music, mostly country, but and some gospel. Very, very well, it's entertaining. I mean, these guys are very talented. A lot of these performers we saw, were on America's Got Talent, and Pierce Arrow was fantastic.
One of the members.
And then the next day, July 5th, we had a big day, a long day. We started off with Doug Gabriel, family entertainment group. He sings songs from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 10s, maybe 20s. And we saw him the first time we came here, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years ago, and we saw him again, and we've got one of his CDs, and I thought this performance was even better. Newer songs and some comedy. It was very entertaining. That was at 10 a.m. Then we had to hustle out to see The Ultimate Elvis. That was a 2-hour show, and a lot of these shows are 2 to 2.5 hours. And Ultimate Elvis was fantastic. We got a DVD from the performance that we were at. Really amazing. And I mean, it's one thing to say amazing, but another thing for you to experience. It was truly amazing. I mean, the people there, women were coming up for a kiss, girls were coming up for a kiss, older women were coming up for a kiss. For a couple different songs, they'd throw them his scarf, or they'd get another scarf, and he'd pretend like he's wiping off sweat. They still want it anyway, and because it would smell so good. So he was electrifying, and a tremendous singing voice, and he looked just like Elvis. He was amazing. It's Dean Z, The Ultimate Elvis was his name, Dean Z. Fantastic show to catch in Branson, Missouri. 5 p.m. we went to the Bee Gees, 2-hour show at 5 p.m. And three men, we've seen in Branson before. They were singing Bee Gees songs, they were singing Barry Gibb songs, and they were singing songs that the Bee Gees wrote. So that was very entertaining. Not as glitzy and all the lights, and not like it was with Elvis and Michael Jackson, or Raise the Illusionist, that we didn't see this time because we saw him twice last year. But Bee Gees was good. $1 Million Quartet dinner show was at 7:30, and that was in a theater. We got to eat, and it was about Elvis and Johnny Cash and Jerry Lee Lewis, and is it Carl Perkins? He was the other guy, and that was pretty cool. It was like a play, but they would play their music, and it was all about the history of them getting out of their contract with Sun Records, and that was really educational and very entertaining as well. The instruments were all live. And then Branson Country USA Late Show was at 10:30, lasted about an hour, and it was actually taped for I think it was live for radio and TV, and they said there would be like 80 million people that are going to be exposed to it. And then of course they have the commercial breaks, and then somebody would perform comedy or they'd play another song in between. That was a new experience, pretty cool. July 6th was Thursday, Friday. That would be Saturday. Yes, and we started with the duck tour in the morning. Different duck boat this time. I don't know if it had anything to do with, yeah, it was bigger. I don't know if it had to do with the accident. That there was an accident. It wasn't in Missouri, but it was somewhere else in the country with one of these duck boats. So this was different. It does go in the water. I think I can show that video, except right away there's some music right at the start that I wasn't expecting. That sometimes you get strikes on that. Look at this traffic. I mean, all the way down there. So that shows you how many people value coming to Branson, Missouri, especially over the holidays. It was just crazy. And after the duck tour, that's this boat that goes in the water, and then they tour you around the water and explain all the different sites, and pretty neat. And then 2 p.m. was I think they call it Cirque Electric Dreams. That was really interesting. That was all in one. Yeah, all in one. There was music, dancing, there was acrobats, and the thing at the end, the grand finale, was just crazy. These guys were jumping off of a tall platform onto the mat, and then they would spring right back up, way up there where they jumped, and they'd land any way they wanted to land, forwards, backwards, on one foot, doing all kinds of gymnastic moves in the air when they were coming up and going down, and it was just insane. So and that was just really special. And then singing and music and dancing, and that was really special. Wanted to see Cirque Electric Dreams. That was at 2 p.m. 5 p.m. Escape Reality Magic Show and dinner. That was like 3.5 hours. And Magician was really good. Not all the fanfare that
what's his name?
Reza has.
Gary and Janice
Carson. Okay, is that it? Okay, that could be as a father or a husband-wife team. And they had some things. I've seen a lot of magic, and couldn't really figure out how they did some of those things because we were sitting pretty close, and so he was really good. I wish I had his name here. It's just called Escape Magic or Reality Magic Dinner Show. Gary and his wife, Janine. Okay, that was at 5, and then there was a dinner afterwards. You just went upstairs for a really nice dinner and some soft music, and then there was some country and gospel singing after that, which kind of makes Branson a very special place. You're not going to hear any swearing. You're not going to hear any anti-Christian type of commentary. It's a very clean, family-oriented place. I mean, literally, you could probably take, people do. They take their kids, small kids, older people from all ages come out here to Branson. They call it like the little Vegas. It's just all clean entertainment, and the talent is extremely good. We ended our show last night. A 10:30 show is moved back for Michael Jackson. It's called The Illusion or something like that. The Illusion. And I'll try to get some videos on that too. Michael Jackson was incredible. Elvis was a 10. That was just incredible. We got a DVD of the whole show. Michael Jackson, he was out there in the audience.
I think he is the top one.
Oh, he looked like Michael Jackson. He sounded like Michael Jackson. He danced like Michael Jackson. The fans loved it. He'd go in the audience a few times and shake people's hands while he's singing and go back upstage. He had all the dance moves, and it was a recreation of the Dangerous tour. I don't know what year that was. I'm not even going to guess, but it was a recreation of the whole concert that was never shown or never played live here in the United States. So he just recreated it with the dancers, the singers, instruments, and that was wild. I mean, what a night. Yeah, we got home almost 1 o'clock to our hotel. Didn't want it to end. Same thing with Elvis. We're talking about really big-time entertainment at Branson, Missouri, and this is probably the 5th time we've been there.
Many times.
We've been there a lot. Went twice last year. I think we went in June and December, and now we went in July, and we've gone there probably a couple times before.
I would never get tired.
Yeah, I wouldn't get tired either. Isa says, you don't want to leave. Pick out good events. Most of them we hadn't seen before, and we look forward to going again. So I'm gonna run out of time. Just a plug for Branson, Missouri here on Love Beyond the Sea.